Air piano. Air piano. I'm not allowed to touch. Boy, I tell you, when Ray Davis is here, I don't even know about him being here. It's just that piano. Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley. All right. Hold on, folks. And we have a lot of really fun stuff to talk about today. And a lovely talk today, and of course, beautiful music. And we've got the elves, and and we've got all of you. Man. Okay, I'm so done with this. I'm so done with this. The youngest, 5 years old, 5 years old, just walking through the mall. The last small visit that little child will ever make. 61, the oldest. I mean, I was visiting my mother this week. She's 86. 61, you got a lot of time left in life. But not if you walk through a mall in a state. Okay. This might take a while. Okay. But it's about time. Let me see that. So there are states that have relaxed their laws about guns. And I'm going to call them out. Good. You can carry a gun without a permit. That means you have never possibly fired a gun, taken a gun safety course, had a background check. You just went to Walmart or wherever, and I like a pack of gum and a gun. And you walk out in Alaska, Arizona, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Now, I know we have some gun owners in the room, and I know they go to a shooting range, they have their licenses, they carry their guns, they have them locked up, they know where their ammunition is. This is not about, I'm not getting that in the way of political. You have to figure that out. We have politicians who are completely non-responsive to these things. These states have relaxed it where you can just walk in the store and get a gun. People are waiting for politicians to do something. In 2020, George Floyd was killed, and that summer, 26 million Americans took to the streets. 26 million. We had a president that was elected, and he said some things that upset women. And the day after his inauguration, 5 million women took to the streets of America. In 1970, Richard Nixon passed the Environmental Protection Act, and in celebration, they developed something called Earth Day. 20 million Americans walked the streets on Earth Day. In 2017, some people got mad about science, and 1 million people took to the streets to support science. I know Debbie. Debbie's getting all excited. Why are we not in the streets? If 20 million Americans can say, 26 can say Black Lives Matter, cannot 300 million say all lives matter? Can I just go to the freaking mall and shop? We need to march. And I know the separation of church and state, and hey, Reverend Stephen, don't get political. This is not political. This is just life. This is just life and about what can we do. This is the year of we're community. Shall we? I mean, and in California, it's kind of like, it's so hard to be, we'd have to get on a bus and go to Texas or Alabama. Oh, Arkansas, Arizona, that's close. That's close. But something has to happen. And I'm done talking about this.
Stand up for solidarity.
I love you. I love that man right there. Take a breath. Wherever you stand on this issue, it's not Second Amendment issue. I don't care about all that. I just care about being safe when I'm walking the streets. Can we just think about in our prayer, in our moments of contemplation and meditation, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to do? I know what I'm going to do. It's not. We've exported it. We've exported our mass shootings around the world now. Serbia. Twice. Canada. Australia. You know, jeans and guns. We're good. We're good.
And what else has been worldwide? COVID.
Yeah, but let's just stay with where we are. Let's stay where we are, Claudia. I hear you. I'm just saying right now, we're just talking about this one thing that's happened in the last 24 hours that we need to just focus some attention on.
I think it focuses on the importance of connectedness with each other, the disconnect.
The importance of, Dale's talking about the importance of connectedness. Let this be part of your conversation later today, and we're going to talk about the key word love. That's the talk today. The key word is love. So it's very interesting that we get a chance to talk about love today. Come and take a breath and go into this loving community. You know, when Ray and Lori were just talking about how much they love coming here, and we've got some folks that are Sandra and Denise and Carrie and Denise and Glenn and Mark. And, you know, I don't normally stand up here and jump up and down like this. I usually jump up and down and shout joy and not sadness. But I was crying on the way to work, you know. And I want to be celebrating like, okay, for example, Abby and little Travis, hi Travis, Abby did this for us on Friday, the sound bath. Look at that. It was beautiful. Give a couple more. You look at some of the people. Go through it. Hey, let's turn this monitor on, can we? Look at that. We had 37 people here. 37. And I think it was 41 when it was all over. 41 people. I think there's one more of the sound bath. Yeah, look at that. Thank you guys. That's just so much fun. So much fun. And just chilled us all out. People were loving it. Your chanting was absolutely marvelous. Then, if that's not enough, we ran home, slept fast, woke up the next morning, and boom, out to the street fair we were. I think there's 4 of those, Dominic. There's 4 of the street fair. Let's go through the street fair slides real quick. Our booth, Jack, thank you so much for the signs. The booth was amazing. We gave away tons of books. You know, it was really interesting to see how many kids were coming out saying, I love books. I want to read books. When I saw kids wanting to, one kid walked away with a box full of our books. I was like, yes, take more, take more. Go and the signs. Thank you so much, Jack, for the signs. People were walking by and snapshotting this sign so they could figure out how to come. And then we were giving away a free Sound Bowl event, and that basket's full of names that wanted to go to the Sound Bowl who didn't want to get on the newsletter list. But this list over here, 3 pages of people that wanted to get on our newsletter list to find out. You know, there's something about sharing the energy. Wait, Jim was there? Oh my God! And our kids, Rocio's son William and his best friend, they taught people how to do Rubik's Cube. They made $56 doing it. Yeah, crazy. I didn't figure it out. They tried to show me all day. No, Reverend Stephen, it's the daisy pattern on the bottom, and then you flip, and then it's done. I think there's one more of these. Is there one more of the slide? Dominic, there's, oh, that guy. This Cheryl played this thing all day, and it was like honey. And Kathy Burt, it was like honey. You know, they were just, and Jack was playing it in the morning. And people would be walking past our booth, you know, and it'd be, you make the sound. I mean, that's our magic elixir, man. It gets people going. And the drum, the ocean drum, that worked pretty good too. And let's see, I think that might be it.
Tongue drum.
And the tongue drums, yes, the tongue drums were popular. So we're blowing up. We're blowing up at the street fair. It was gorgeous. So that's just a little bit of the example of our vision and our mission statement. Man, we go from the Alpha and Omega. How's that for an emotional ride this morning? And Ray hadn't played any music yet. We haven't talked about the service. We got more coming. So just sit back, relax. But first, our vision and our mission statement. Let's do it together, shall we? We're community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude, empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are. That's why we're here. And here's what we do. Reverend Nancy, pray us in, please.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, you look so beautiful out here. There's a lot of
Up
you.
there.
We're going to fill it up even more. We got 3 pages of names yesterday. That's fantastic. Enter into the one consciousness with me right now. Knowing right here, right now, in this eternal now moment, there's only one. Whether it looks like that or not, there is only one. One power, one life, one infinite love spreading in and out throughout the world, the cosmos. And as I know this for myself, I know it for each one of us and each one listening. That this power, this presence, this love is the truth. And the truth has set us free. We are free to love. We are free to march. We are free to be who we are. We know that coming into this beautiful community of like-minded, beautiful souls, that this service was blessed before I ever spoke a word. I already heard the music. I have a head start on you. This eternal, beautiful moment. We come here to be in community, to be one with each other, to be one with Reverend Stephen and his voice and his love and his command of this beautiful thing we call science of mind. This truth. And so I know that everything I said was so before I ever said it. That gratitude is what sets us free. So I am grateful for this moment, for this service, and for all that comes now and forever. And let it be so. And we say together, and so it is.
All right. So, yeah, don't get freaked out. This is just, don't worry about this. This is good. I'm telling her partner not to get freaked out. Okay, so, you know about our intention. And I told you that somebody in our church, in our center, writes grants. And the Herfelin Foundation will perhaps grant, it's not guaranteed you write the grant, it's not guaranteed you get it, but we can apply for a grant to pay for a youth minister once we have a name to give to them as part of the grant application.
It's just a name.
We have a name. So we can start. So the next step of this intention is working. So continue to hold this so that when Travis comes, there's a youth program to participate in, all right? And so it is.
Whew. Affirmation. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to ask you all to read it with me. I remember and live by rule number 1. Keyword, love. Together? I remember and live by rule number 1. Keyword, love. Yes. And this morning, different from me, I'm reading from the Science of Mind textbook, page 478, if anyone wants to, about love. Love is the central flame of the universe, nay, the very fire itself. It is written that God is love, and that we are its expressed likeness, the image of the eternal being. Love is self-givingness through creation, the impartation of the divine through the human. Love is an essence, an atmosphere, which defies analysis, as does life itself. It is that which is and cannot be explained. It is common to all people, to all animal life, and evident in the response of plants to those who love them. Love reigns supreme over all. The essence of love, while elusive, pervades everything, fires the heart, stimulates the emotions, renews the soul, and proclaims the spirit. Only love knows love, and love knows only love. Words cannot express its depth or meaning. A universal sense alone bears witness to the divine fact: God is love, and love is God. And so it is.
We shall. He's here. Ray Davis.
Excuse me, a little tidying up.
Did Reverend Stephen mess it up?
Must be tidy. Am I in the right place? All right. Good morning. Good morning. I'm in such joy this morning to be with you all. And my deepest gratitude to the house band, to the elves. Now, y'all don't know how much the kind of preparation it takes to do this stuff Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. And it's a gig of love. Mm-hmm. So this is their love expressing right here. And I really appreciate it. We're going to do a song right now that's called The One, Bottom. Mm-hmm. Like your heartbeat, bottom. The one, bottom. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you look, the one, bottom. Shout it. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, yeah. 1, 2. More the story than the storybook. Bottom, bottom. More the love than the loving look. Bottom, bottom. I'm the eye behind the sky, where kites and strings and kind birds fly. Bottom, 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 bottom. In the whisper trees of forest green. Bottom, bottom. flower unfolding. Ba-dum, ba-dum. I'm the dark and silent soil sleep, from seed emerging, reaching deep. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I am the I am, the one, the one. I am the I am. I am the I am, the one. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. In the sweetness of your lover's kiss, ba-dum, ba-dum. When they say I love you more than this, ba-dum, ba-dum. I'm the autumn, I'm the spring, the birds and bees and songs they sing, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I am the I am, the one, the one. I am the I am. I am the I am, the one. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-da-da, da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Hey, oh, hey, ba-da-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Hey, I'm the one, the all in all. I'm the beauty of things great and small. I am the darkness, I am the light. Say that you see me there and you're right. I'm the sight of your eyes as you blink, blink, blink. I'm the image in your mind as you think, think, think. I'm the multiverse, the nanoverse, in every verse after the last, before the first. From hey, 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 I am the I am, the one, the one. I am the I am. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. I am the I am, the one. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-da-da, da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. More the story than the storybook. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. More the love than the loving look. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Ray Davis. Bottom.
It's that time for the gap meditation, God awareness place, 3 minutes. Come before service, we did 20, and it was beautiful. So let's go into the silence. I'm going to take a mallet and ring a bell.
darkness. I am in the light. See me if you can. Everywhere I am.
I love when Cherie brings us out. Love, love it. So wasn't that easy? 3 minutes? I know we have it in us. We can do 3 minutes, 3 to 4 times a day. It's that easy. Could have a 9 to 12 minute meditation. So it is.
Thank you, Nancy. All right, Ray, come on up.
This is a partner song to the first song we presented. This is also of the one presence, the one life, the one consciousness, the one power. But it is expressed from the microcosm, from our level of consciousness. This is a song of devotion and love for the living presence in which we live, move, and have our being. To the Shekhinah, the feminine expression of the one. This is called My One. From the fading light of the evening to the growing glow of the day, I am perfectly, perfectly held in your hands, my one. And as the sun ascends to its glory and in beauty gives its rays, I stay surrounded, for in you I live, move, have my being. Do I love you, my one? I do. There is none to love but you. There is nothing that can undo my love for you, my one. If I feel afraid for my future, or believe that no one really cares, still I'm perfectly, perfectly held in your hands, my one, my one. So whether I ascend in bright ecstasy or fall in dark despair, I'm there surrounded, for there's nowhere where your love can't find me. Do I love you, my one? I do. There is none to love but you. There is nothing that can undo my love for you, my one, my one. found my one. Hear all of creation sing to my love, my do I love you, my one I do. There is none to love but you. There is nothing that can undo my love for you, my one, my one, my one.
Ray, man. What is your middle name, sir?
Lamar.
Raymond Lamar Davis. You are not in trouble. I just wanted to use all of your names because you are my one. That's beautiful, baby. That was beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Rule number 1, keyword, love. Keyword, love. So, new month, May. Last month with the poetry, that was fun. And this month we had a lot of stuff happening this week. As I said, I went up to visit my mom and Cherie and likes to get the music titles. We want to get I want the songs and the talk to kind of go together. So I come up with my titles and give them to Cherie. She gives them to the musicians, and it just was with the sound bath. And I can't. Tell you what, just have him pick some songs, and I'll make a talk after his songs. Right? And so this is the month of May, which is the May of mothers, mothers, you know, and now I'm going to do the whole month, I'm going to do the same thing. The artists are creating the talks by picking their favorite songs, and then I'll figure out something to say related to them because, you know, I have such a hard time figuring out what to say. You know, so right? So May, Music Month, and then today it's love. Best I could do. But one of the definitions for love is that to which you give your attention. You know, that to which you give your attention. Thinking about that definition of love, just what do we give our attention to? Clothes? You know? Relationships? Where am I going to go on vacation? Do I have enough money saved up for retirement? Did I pay my taxes? Do I have enough money, period? What about my neighbors? That fence is leaning over. When are we going to get that thing fixed? Am I a success? Can I ever be a success? I'm a failure. I don't know if I can make this happen. Gotta look. Facebook. YouTube. TikTok. My God, the things we give our attention to. And subscriptions. Shall it be Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime? What is it? How many of you get this one? It's just like, I can't watch anything but previews because I like that and that one. My wish list is long, but the shows I watch are short because I basically just watch my wish list all the time. It's in the trailers. I've seen trailers for 100 things. You know, the things we give our attention to. But do we love them? But we give our attention to them. That calls into question, what are we giving our attention to? And what thoughts? What thoughts are we giving our attention to? To whom and to how much? Who is getting free rent in my head, your head? Because they're not paying. They're not paying you to hate them. They're not paying you to be angry about whatever happened last week. They're probably not even thinking about you. But you've given them the space. And if it's you love that which you give your attention, isn't that an interesting thing? What an interesting opportunity. Since you are having free rent in my head, why not love you instead? Okay, for those of you who come to the Center for Spiritual Living, because I don't thump the Bible and don't talk about Jesus, hold on, strap in. We're going to Mark. We're going to Mark 12:30, where Jesus says, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your strength. This is the first commandment, the greatest of these. And the second is of equal greatness. And that is to love your neighbor as thyself. Wow. That's some powerful stuff right there. Can I love the law? So when you ever see, in Science of Mind, when you see Lord, think law, because we think of law and love. So if God is love, and God expresses that love through spiritual law, and Lord is the lawgiver. So love the law of love with your heart, with your mind, with your strength. This is our first commandment, you see. This is where we get to first. And in Science of Mind, it's really interesting, you know, God's Spirit, we know that God's Spirit lives within each and every one of us, that we are the incarnation of this sweet oneness, this sweet divine thing that is the only thing happening. And so when we're asked to love God, and we're being asked also to love ourselves first. Right? And then we're asked to love our neighbor too. Now, we'll get to that, but first, this idea of loving the self from that Science Mind perspective. I'm calling this self, if the big self is 1, this other self is the 1.5, and that's you. Right? Now, so often we are taught to be extremely critical of ourselves. Starts so early, you know. I loved in the meditation this morning where Travis was blowing spit bubbles at the end of the service. You know why? That kid is surrounded by love. I met Travis the third. That's Travis the fourth. I met Travis the third at the street fair, and they were together with Tracy, and they were holding him, and you could just see that this kid is not filled with fear. Don't, stop. No, it's permission. Go ahead, blow spit bubbles, kid. It's okay. That's your meditation. It's nice, you see. This is what happens. But some of us, we get those messages early on. You're not enough. You talk too much. Too many questions. Boom, boom, boom. Shut down. Close in. Stop loving the self. And if we're not loving ourselves, and we're not loving God, so we're being hard on God as we're being hard on ourselves. And if we are the one and we are the expression, if we are to live this experience of life in its total fullness, we must come to a space of loving ourselves. And for some of us guys, some of you guys shave. No, yours is nicely trimmed. You shave a little bit. Tony shaves a little bit, yeah. I don't know about Ron. He's just a wild man. I shave once a month. I'm bringing up shaving because it dawned on me one day, shaving, that I don't look myself in the eyes. I don't look myself in the eyes that often. When I had that revelation, then I started now, and I brush my teeth so long my gums are almost bleeding because I'm just looking in my eyes going, who's the fairest of them all? You cutie, you. And it's one of those automatic toothbrushes. It stops every 30 seconds. It stops again. It stops again. Still brushing. So I'd like to invite you all this week to do that. In fact, right now, imagine you're looking into a mirror. Everybody, you're looking into a mirror. You're looking your eyes to your eyes and say with me, who's the fairest of them all? You cutie, you. I wish you could see where I'm seeing from. Everybody in the room was smiling. That's what happens when you look to the soul that's looking at you. The eyes that are looking at me are God's eyes looking back at me. Meister Eckhart, If we can do that, we are practicing that space. We're putting the self first, and by doing so, we're putting God first. That's what happened yesterday at the street fair. Everybody that was volunteering was putting their God self first. And we had, as I spoke earlier last week, Simi Valley is a very religious community. Lots of churches. Just drive down Cochrane, drive down L.A. And Royal. Boom, 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 right? There's a lot. The interfaith group that I participate in has 27 members on a regular basis attending their meetings, right? So there's a lot of that going on. So when people come up to us and we get that love space, you saw what happened. People were signing up for our list. They're coming in because we're giving that love back. You see, that's the story of the street fair. That's the story of putting truth first, that no matter what the distinction, no matter what the divine emanation is looking back at you, that you're looking out at, you're just seeing God. You're seeing the truth, and truth is looking back at you. And that puts God's love first. So forget the critical story that we were told. Forget the history that we've been living by. Forget all the things that someone said to you that you could not do. You are the divine expressing. You can do it all. The idea that comes to you is a divine idea. Let that thing flow out in you to be the best that you can possibly be. That's what we're here to do. We're here to be God's love, and that's all there is to it. We're just here to be that divine expression coming forth in every single day. I want to bring my brother Ray back up here. I'm going to bring up Pray Davis. I got that from Darlene. Because this idea of stepping in to your oneness with divine is so powerful, no matter what story you've been told or what space you've been in your life.
So whether I ascend in bright ecstasy or fall in dark despair, I'm there surrounded, for there's nowhere where your love can't find me. Do I love you? My one I do. There is none to love but you. There is nothing that can undo my love for you, my one, my one.
That's what the divine is saying to you every day. You are my one, my beloved, in whom I am well pleased. It is inviting you, and this is the real invitation. You're being invited to go deep, to do a transformative conversation with the divine, and to move yourself to this space. You see, every time that old story shows up, every time something says to you, oh, I can't do this, I've been told, I've been stop that stuff. No, you've been asked to cross a threshold. You've been invited to cross a threshold, to look at who you are now and then move into who you can be. And see, there's a space that gives you the willingness to do this. Spirit loves to give, loves to provide through that lawgiver, through that divine special energy that knows only to do to create, and loves power. It soothes, it supports, it enhances life in every single way. That's its nature. It is, dare I say, air quoted, pleased to create. You know, if God could be pleased at doing what it just does, it would say, I am pleased to create joy, to bring satisfaction and harmony into your life, to act as a verb, not some nebulous, non-tangible, intangible thing. No. It's an action verb to be put into action toward our own lives, and in doing so, toward the lives of our neighbors, and to move us forward into a new space. Dr. Holmes says that we use a creative power that does not need to be urged or forced into action. It doesn't need to be urged. It doesn't need to be forced. That's what it does. So what are we going to do with it? We're going to pray ceaselessly through the worry aspect of life and look at all of our problems and our difficulties and our challenges? Or are we going to live ceaselessly prayer in opportunity in what can be forward moving in our life and lift us up into that space of harmony? That's the place we get to do. And that's why I said love is a key word. You see, it's the keywords, very interesting keywords. You know what they are, right? They help us to find content. When you're Googling something, you pop in the keyword, then it brings up the content that you need. It gives the website what they call SEO. Search engine optimization, exactly. Well, I'm going to change that. It's spiritually enriched opportunity. Spiritually enriched opportunity. And love puts you into a spiritually enriched opportunity. So use that. Use that when you're thinking about, and we're doing that mirror thing. Also the mirror of life itself. Sometimes life comes along and stuff happens and you go, oh my God. But maybe through using the keyword love, we can change that to, oh God, oh my, how beautiful is that? You know, Deepak Chopra says that we are here in the space we're in because sometimes we have done a premature cognitive commitment. A premature cognitive commitment. We just decide this is the way it's going to be. This is the way it's going to be. This is the way I am. Deal with it. Just deal with it. Holmes talks about that too. He says when you're doing that, you're just creating monotonous regularity. I want exciting regularity. I want thrilling regularity. I want enthusiastic regularity. That's the kind of regularity I'm talking about. And that's the kind of regularity we get when you apply the love balm onto your life, you see. That wonderful giant of science of mine, Peggy Bassett, that had church down in Huntington Beach, was so full they had to go down onto the beach because they had overflow. She says, if we continue making choices as we have up till now, our future will be a multiplication of what we're experiencing. There it is. You want more of what you got? No problem. Your choice. But you want something different? Apply the keyword love. Give your attention to that difference. Give your attention to what you want, not what you don't want. And here's the great thing. You can still think about what you don't want. And when you do, you go, oh my goodness, I'm thinking about what I don't want. What do I really want? And you just flip it. This is not like you got to become some kind of Buddha and walk around all like, ooh. Who can do that? I actually need the negative thoughts to remind me to flip the switch. We must turn from the condition. But before that's science of mind speak, turn from the condition and go into prayer. But before you can turn from the condition, you got to know what the condition is. And that's the part like, I'm thinking about this thing. I don't want to think. Taxes, can I pay them? Oh, no, of course I can. I live in an abundant universe. I got all kinds of creative ideas in my mind. I could write a book. Could. Story, I can write a book. In fact, I found a way to do it. You put the words into the computer and you send it off. You put the audio version in, you just talk into the phone. Blah, 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 blah. When you send it off, and then they send it back already written. And then you just copy edit it. What? Golly gee, that's a book. That's how it works, you know? That is spiritually enriched opportunity. Okay? So here we are, to the beauty of the greatest commandments. Love thy God as thyself and love your neighbor. First and second, empowering things. We are this God substance where the universe itself expressed. As Brian Swim says in The Hidden Heart of the Cosmos, we are stars who have become conscious of itself. The universe that has become conscious of itself, that can ask the questions. We are stardust. We are God, power. We are omnipotence. We are omniscient. We're all-knowing. We have been optimized. We got all the knowledge available to us because we're omnipotent. We have all power. That means we have a full access pass to all the intelligence that is possible for us to use in the universe. We just have to know it. To call it forth, to sit in contemplation and wait and ask and allow it. And the great thing is, we live in an omnipresent universe where this knowledge and this power is everywhere present. There is no spot where God is not. So you're connected. We're connected with, we're connected as, we are connected of God itself, the one, the all love.
both great and small. I am the darkness, I am the light. Say that you see me there and you're right. I'm the sight of your eyes as you blink, blink, blink. I'm the image in your mind as you think, think, think. I'm the multiverse, the nanoverse, in every verse, after the last, before the first, from age to age.
From age to age. I am the I am. Give me that part. Give me that part. Yeah.
I am the I am, the one, the one.
Right? Can you feel
I
it?
am the I am.
Remember the other part? What's this song got in it?
I am the I am, the one. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Ba-da-da-da-da, da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. More the story than the storybook. Ba-dum, ba-dum.
From the story and the storybook. Woo! Come here, you. Come here, you. Oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do the affirmation together, shall we? I remember and live. Don't go anywhere. By rule number 1. Keyword, love. I'm not done with this, man. Not even. Not even. No, 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 not at all. Not at all. Because as I understand, so the thing about love is it allows us to see it all.
This is true.
This is true. I give it over to you. Here's for our revealing prayer.
Ready? Any temple? One, two, three. I know sometimes it's hard for you to clearly see just how you're gonna keep it together. Your obligations and responsibilities.
How you gonna make them end? How you gonna make it one more time?
But now let's hear the truth of it. You are much, much more than news. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the road. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? And you there's no darkness. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, Lord. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. Yes, you are. Oh. La 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 la. I know sometimes it's hard to hold your head up high and show the world you've got it together. You think of things that make you wanna run and hide.
Who would love you if they knew?
Who you?
Who could you trust to understand?
Now let's hear the truth of it. You are loved much more than this. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard?
You there's no
Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, Lord. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. You're not the things you have done. You're not the words that you said or the heartache that you're going through. You are the bride.
moment of divine revelation, we understand that the word is to be heard, and the word today is love. Feeling that divine presence that is here in this moment, expressing as each and every one of us, I know that there is a power that we tap into, and that power is indeed love. It allows us to move into whatever appears to be a condition that we don't want, and flip the switch and move into that space that we do, to become the love agents, the change agents, for our own individual lives, for those that we love, but even for those that we find a little bit of distaste. For when we give our attention to them, we give them that flow of truth, which is divine love and space, to be, to grow, to expand. Step into your fullness on this day. Feel the power. Know that you're standing on holy ground. You're plugged into a divine understanding that says, yes, go out, be powerful, love, express. Grateful for this truth, to know it, to feel it, and to release it into that perfect law that always knows how to say yes. And so it is.
Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you there's no difference. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. Yeah, yeah. You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you there's no difference. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard?
Haven't you heard Ray Davis?
Not do it.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, band. Soul Purpose Band, rocking it. I bring up our president of the board, Cheryl Collins. Take it over.
Can I just do another round of applause because that was amazing? I don't know about the rest of you, but I've been bawling a little bit. This one, good, very good, wonderful tears, though. Thank you so much, Reverend Stephen. Where are you? Reverend Stephen and Ray, amazing. I don't know if you guys feel the energy, but I feel like particularly, this is an amazing place anyway, but the last few months we have just had the most amazing energy. And I just want to thank each and every one of you who has, you know, if you're conscious givers, if you put in the basket, if you give us whatever you do. It's amazing what we're doing. I mean, in addition to these wonderful Sunday services, you know, we have the sound bath now once a month. We're starting a chanting meditation once a month. We have meditation every Thursday with John. We're looking for a Tai Chi teacher. We're just doing amazing things, and it's because you guys are giving, and we just can't thank you enough. So we're just going to review, you know, there's, you can go to the website, you can text the word give, you can call the office. And again, it's just, it's coming, it's happening, and it's because of all of you. And just thank you so much for that. Could you go to the next slide, please? So if you would join me with the affirmation that is obviously working. Divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for the world, Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley, and me now. Divine love prevails. Thank you.
All I see is love. Love is all there is. It comes in many forms, and we know it's flowing in and throughout this service and in and through this center as money, as ties, as everything needed to be bigger and fuller and more expressive in this community. And so it is.
Thank you. I'll take
you
it.
don't need. Oh, okay.
No, that's all right. I'll put it over here. Okay. All righty. So, thank you times. Whole bunch of stuff to thank the people for. Let me put that on so the people at home can hear, because I know you can hear me because I can scream. All right. So, we had folks that work for the sound bath. So grateful for all of you for doing that. For Ron and Costa, Kathy, Robert Torres, John and Darlene Bellis, Dale, Greg, there you are. Koenig? Or not Koenig. Koenig, okay. Steve, thank you for helping out. The Schaefers, Pat, Cheryl, John, and Jan. So thank you so much. That's sound bath people that helped put that thing together. This is our village, people. This is our village. Now let's see here. Street fair volunteers. What? Costa, Ron, Dale, Greg. Oh, good. Terry is a new name. John, Jan, Kathy, Gregory Seymour. Well, he's for 20 years. He's been working. Finally got one day off. Okay. Jack, sound bowl player. Ellen, where's Ellen today? She was. I love trying. Ellen is just like the class brat, so I have to keep her right here up front so we can know what she's up to. Linda, I saw you. Linda, I saw Linda somewhere. Oh, because she's on the service team. And Cheryl and Marianne and Darlene, who's everywhere all the time. So those are the street fair volunteers. All right. And then this morning, doing the service, Kathy, Terry, Costa, Colin, yo! Oh, there's Greg. Greg's up there in the booth watching Colin. Linda, thank you so much for your service on the service team this morning. And Dominic, beautiful. So those are all the lovely folks that help to make this the smooth operation that it is, and we cannot do our thank yous without remembering these amazing people right here. Cherie Deeds, the Soul Purpose Band, Steve Fowler, Bob Townley, Randy Jones. Thank you, Randy, for bringing your buddy Terry in.
He's like double duty, Mr. Randy, drums and sound.
That's right, drums and sound. And the L's.
The L.
Right? Cheryl and Lynn. And before you say Cheryl's not, see, it's the L's.
Cheryl.
No, it's the L's. So the L, and there's an S on the end. That's the Cheryl part.
L's.
People are, yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Okay. All right. I think that covers just about everything except what's going to happen after service. There's a couple of things happening after service. One of them is the workshop. Okay. So do you want to quickly talk about the workshop? Before we do that, though, I want to remind people about this thing. Dominic, yes, the Mother's Day baby photo contest. The guessing contest. Bring in your baby photos. We need a little more. There's a few. Oh, there's some extra. There's some 1, 2, 3. There's like 15 or so on there right now. But there's more of us, so put more on there. And then next week we'll be guessing, and then we're giving prizes to who guesses the most correct names the following week. And if you're wondering, how am I going to figure that out? You're going to get a list that's going to have all the names of the people that are on there, and you just match the number to the name and see if you get it right. See if you get that right. Okay, that's great. So, in the following order, and you had something you wanted to say? Oh, can I just say it because we got a lot of stuff? Okay. So the Sisters and the Giants are going to have their quarterly group meeting, and it's on what day? Saturday the 13th. Watch your email about it. You'll find at 9:30, right here. So you'll find out more about that with the ladies and the gentlemen getting together for that one. Okay, now, workshop after service first, and then Nancy.
Hey there. All right, so love. How many of you want more of it? How many of you want more of it? Okay, and how about abundance? How many of you want more of that? Okay. Any more?
Sure you can.
All right, so we're going to be, if your answer is yes, we're going to be creating an 8-week journey of empowerment called the 5 Gifts for an Abundant Life, where we're going to practice these powerful spiritual principles in a very creative way. If you're a crafty person, you're going to love this, because it is something that is going to create not only your intention, but allow you to put your intentions in every area of your life in front of you. Where are you going next? And how much more good do you want? After, I'm going to talk more about this at a lunch, which will give you plenty. We'll start it at 12, and we'll have you out by 1:15 so you can get to your next assignment, having fun. And we will start on Tuesday, the class.
Wonderful.
And so you have all the information, and if you don't, come see me. But we are going to create a giant prayer field that will put your intention into your attention for an 8-week prayer experience that is also a lot of play. So thank you.
Sweet. Thanks, Marianne. We'll see you in the classroom. In the classroom at noon.
In the classroom
Okay.
at noon, and there's a delicious lunch which includes vegetarian options.
Lovely, lovely. Nancy, come over. You're going to talk about prayer in a minute, but Greg Seymour wanted me to tell you that the Simi Valley Police Department is going to be doing seatbelt checks. And he gave me the dates. You don't need the dates. Just wear your seatbelts all the time. There you go. No, you do. You're gonna.
I'm just going to be at the doorway right there, and if anyone wants prayer, needs prayer, would love prayer, come see me.
Perfect. Let's all stand and do our closing benediction, and we'll sing one more time. All right. I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love. Cherie.
Yeah. Love be with you, peace unfold you, spirit in you, breathe it in, truth come through you, make good flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you, oh, love be with you, oh, love be with you. Oh, love be with you. All together, hand in hand, see the line, take a stand, and we are changing. A whole new life for you and me. Take your back and set it free and share this blessing. Oh, love be with you, peace unfold you, spirit in you. Breathe it in, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come through you, make it flow to you. Let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. Oh, 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 love be with you.
Thank you, ladies. We'll see you for Marianne's workshop. Bring your baby pictures in.
I don't remember what day it was, and I didn't notice what time it was. All I know is that I fell in love
you now be on your way. I thank the Lord for love like ours that grows ever stronger. I always will be true. I know you feel